From the StreamYard studios on YouTube, this is Jeopnerdy. And here's your host, John DeMarco.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Jeopardy. We're glad you could join us. And with us always is Professor Brainy Specs.
Greetings, everyone. Glad you're all here.
Yes, fortunately, we have him here as the most honest scorekeeper that we could possibly have. Make sure we always run a fair game on this show, despite some accusations made by certain individuals.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
Oh, anytime. But with that disclaimer out of the way, I would say quick hello to everyone in the chat. Looks like T Dow was first. Hello. Also to we have Tokyo Trekker here as usual. Glad you can make it. And Mr. President is here also. We had quite a conversation today before the stream started in Kapla to Bird of Prey 5. Hello to Thomas Potts, despite your accusations that you've leveled against the management of this show. And speaking of accusations, Synagogue Bunny is here as well. Greetings. Make sure I cover everybody. Mike Richards, hello as well. Springtime is saying hello from Alaska. Glad you could stop by. Let's taking a quick look. Go through all the trash talk. Oh, hello, Luis X Sparrow. I think this is your first time joining us, and glad you could join us this evening. And hello also to Brad Wolf. And joining us now, there is Mercer Crate. Glad you could join us as well. And also, hello, Gorilla Random Thoughts. I think that brings us up to date. And if anyone else who joins us after this or that I missed you, I thank you for joining us for this week's edition of Jeopardy. As you'll see, we have the link to join the panel as a contestant posted at the top of the chat. However, we do already have our first 3 contestants for round 1. If you'd like to participate in any of the later rounds, feel free to click on the link and we'll bring you up later on. But first, we'll bring up our first 3 contestants.
Hello, everyone.
Greetings.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello, world.
How are you guys doing this evening?
Sorry, dude.
No problem.
We're alive. Well, someone won't be for long, or at least their winning streak shall not.
Ready to set some new records.
Might happen.
You never know.
We've already set the most records for the most trash talk.
Ready to beat Enterprise's speed records in the morning.
Up your shafts.
So would you like to guys like to do turns for this round?
Yeah, I have no choice.
Yes, please.
When in Rome.
Who's in the private chat room now? Is a UNS.
That's an independent Kurogan inspector.
What does UNSC stand for?
Wait a minute. How can that person be
Kuroga.
independent and be a Kurogan?
I don't know,
And
but
be
I'm
biased.
pretty sure the C
Or not
stands
biased.
for Kurogan. It's an unbiased, neutral, super Kurogan, independent observer.
It's a contradiction in terms.
Listen, you're the ones who invited them here.
Well, our invitation is open to all, even those who have names that don't quite add up.
Well said, John. Well said.
But anyway, are we ready to get started in round 1?
Yes, let's see what's in store for today.
As long as they match the categories I was emailed earlier, I'm all set.
If you got an email about categories, it did not come from me.
No, it came
Nor
from your
did it come-
Nigerian uncle. I had to send him $5,000 so that he could send me the categories.
You what, Uncle? Sorry?
Rumor
was
has
the-
it your
was the
uncle also
Prince
got
of
the answers.
Nigeria.
By
Oh,
by chance, did that come from somebody called Cinnabon?
I didn't have a lot
He
of
did
time to
break into
read.
my computer at least once in the last week.
It's not breaking in if your library provides free computer use. You should have
No.
you
This is
should have
my
had
home system.
signs. Yeah, but still you're an employee of the library. So it was
That doesn't matter.
implied that your
No.
computer was his
You're
computer to
twisting.
use.
You're twisting things, Bird.
Now you're putting, you're trying to say that your
I
computer
must-
is not open to the library.
It is not my home computer.
Well,
Thank you
you should have
very
had you
much.
should have had a sign on it.
I know that Kuroga doesn't really believe in privacy, but there are differences
They
with some
don't.
organizations.
The Federation sort of does, and there's President no object to any attempt to break into.
The Federation.
Okay,
Your Section 31 cohorts would disagree
there's
with you,
no,
Mr. President.
the Admiral Sati or whatever, they proved that Data was a toaster oven. So professors' computers
What?
basically owned
What?
his property, and you can't refuse.
I thought that Cinnabon had to take his meds. I think you need some meds as well.
I'm not on trial here. Let the games begin.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
You forget whose channel this is, right, John?
Indeed. So let the games begin.
All right. Well, let's play Jeopnerdy.
Let's do this.
First category is ships named for real people.
Cool.
Presidential fill in the blank from Star Trek 4. Identify the episode, in this case from TOS or TAS, based on a screenshot. I finally got the last word. You will be given the episode or movie and what the last word is, and you tell us who said it.
Cool.
And finally, science fiction films. You will be given a year and the 3 leading actors from the film, which you will then have to name.
Very
Good
interesting.
stuff.
All right, Mr. President, you are first up as our first player.
I'm gonna go ships named for real people for 100, please. Interesting category.
This ill-fated science vessel that was assigned to study the Genesis planet was named for an astronaut.
What is USS Grissom?
Correct.
I didn't know it was named after an astronaut, though. That's interesting.
Romulan Senator, you're up next.
All right, I'm going to go for one that Bird of Prey 5 could probably steal from me easily. Presidential fill in the blank. Star Trek 4 for 500.
Captain Kirk, you and your crew have saved this planet from its own blank, and we are forever in your debt.
What is short-sightedness?
That is correct.
You know this means war.
Birdo Champ 5, it is your turn. Is it that difficult?
There's just so many interesting ones. Let's do. I finally got the last word for 500.
You chose that about as difficultly as Cinnabon chooses his. All right, 500.
Thank
All
you.
right, Bird, you don't have any points, but you can bet up to 500.
That's bullshit.
And no fooling at the administrator.
You chose it. I mean,
500.
Mandatory answer too.
what would you like to bet?
500.
All right, 500.
Learning curve.
If you can learn to bend the rules, I guess we can learn to follow them. Come on. Let's get you two to sick bay.
The Maquis guy from Voyager, who Tuvok was training to become a Starfleet material.
And what was his name?
Yeah, I don't know. He never came up again.
Well, maybe not, but he was named in the episode.
Smith.
Good try, but incorrect, I'm afraid.
God damn it.
His name was Kenneth Dalby.
Dolby. Mr. Dolby.
Welcome, Robert Rose Jr., to the chat.
Greetings.
Robert Rose.
Mr. President, it is your turn.
Are all the last word questions, do they all have audio clips or just that one?
There's just the Daily Double.
Okay. I'm gonna go with presidential for 200, please.
Save your energy. Save blank. Avoid the planet Earth at all costs. Farewell.
What is yourselves?
That is correct.
Motherfucker.
What was that? Was that Bird Champ, who has negative 500 points?
I didn't hear anything.
I sure did. Romulan Senator. It is your turn.
Presidential for 4.
I'm sure the Admiral will recognize the necessity of keeping blank in any chain of command.
What is order?
That is incorrect.
Close.
Birdo Champ 5.
You there, Boo?
Bird.
Yeah, I was going to say order 2. Fast.
Mr. President.
What is discipline?
That is correct.
All right, Bird. Your turn.
Fill in the blank for 300.
Silence. There will be no further blank from the floor.
What is outburst?
That's right.
And you're back into positive territory. Mr. President, you have the lead, and it is your turn.
We'll finish off the president category for 100, please.
Ambassador Sarek, I'm afraid you're trapped here with us. There seems to be no way we can answer this blank.
What is probe?
That's it.
It's difficult to answer when one does not understand the question.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Romulan Senator, your turn.
Ship's named for real people for 3.
This starship that Kirk served on as a lieutenant was named for a Civil War admiral.
What is the Farragut?
That is correct.
I had no idea.
And we have a tie.
I went to, when I was in 6th grade, I went to an Admiral Farragut Academy.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sixth
Birdo
grade.
Champ 5. It is your board.
Sorry. May I ask you a quick question? How old is 6th grade? non-US residents here.
Sixth
It's
grade.
about 11, 12.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Interesting. Thank you.
Let's
Berto Champ.
let's do science fiction films or no, let's do ship's name. God damn it. I want to do them all. Let's do
You got to choose.
identify the episode for 300. I gotta maximize the screen.
Oh, I knew this one right away.
What is Doomsday Machine?
I'm afraid not.
Mr. President.
What is Spock's brain?
That is correct.
Very good.
What?
And Mr. President, you have the lead and control the board.
Identify the episode for 200, please.
Ah,
Oh, very easy. What is Space Seed?
That's right.
Romulan Senator.
Ships for
Mr.
5.
Champ. Ships for 5.
Yes.
This starship, which was supposed to transport Wesley Crusher to Starfleet Academy, was named for a famed science fiction author.
What is? All right, there's 2 of them.
I know this one.
What is the Asimov?
That is incorrect.
Berto Champ.
what is the Sagan?
Also incorrect.
God damn it.
Mr. President.
What is the Bradbury?
That's it.
I didn't think they would try to use that twice, because that was used in what is that stupid movie? What was the name of that stupid movie? Into Darkness.
Oh,
Well, I
okay.
didn't even know they used it in there.
They did. That was Spock was reassigned to it, and then the captain died and got transferred back to the Enterprise.
Bird, it is your turn.
Let's do science fiction films. No, let's not. Let's do ship's name for real people for 400.
In the aftermath of Wolf 359, Commander Shelby spotted the wreckage of this ship named for a renowned Russian novelist.
Pass.
Mr. President.
What is the USS Tolstoy?
That is correct.
I'm having a good
Eh.
game today.
You have, as T Dowd likes to say, a commanding lead now, and it is your board.
Last word for 3, just to try something different.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Sorry, last word for for 300, just for something different.
Ship in a bottle, computer, and a program.
Who is Lieutenant Reginald Barclay?
Exactly right.
Romulan Senator.
Science fiction for 3.
1994. Kurt Russell, James Spader, Jay Davidson.
Kurt Russell, 94. What is Escape from LA?
That is incorrect.
You son of a.
Birdo Champ.
What is Stargate?
That's correct.
Rigged.
Rick?
Bird, you can get back into positive territory again with the
Let's
correct answer.
do last word for 400.
The adversary. He said, "You're too late. We're everywhere."
Who's the evil changeling?
Just to clarify, I mean, somebody at the end of the episode is quoting the evil changeling. Who
Oh,
is that?
Odo.
Yeah, that's correct.
Who is Odo? You're right.
Yep.
That was my bad.
T-Dowd says, hearing the R word a fair bit. All right, Mr. President, it's your turn.
I'm going to go last word for 2, please.
Last word
Excuse
for 2.
me. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Borderland. Thousands of your brothers and sisters are waiting to be born. Let's go get them.
Pass.
Romulan Senator.
Who's Eric Sung?
That is correct.
Mr. President, you wouldn't know. You think the show is non-canon.
Yeah, I was just going to say, as soon as you answered, that's from that horrid non-canon show, isn't it?
Wait a minute. This isn't Discovery.
True.
Are you
That's what-
sure that my score is right? I thought it would be at 0 if I got that one right.
No,
But you
800
picked the
points you got.
clues, so you got it right, double points.
I thought I was at negative 800.
No, you're at negative 400.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, he's right.
Thank you.
Let's.
But
is it my
thank
turn?
you for your honesty for a change, Bird. Appreciate it. Romulan
You always take him to
Senator,
0.
it's your
No, I'm kidding. I'm still losing anyway.
Romulan Senator, it's your turn.
Let's fail science fiction for 4. This way I can rob people of points.
1984. Roy Scheider, John Lithgow, Helen Mirren.
What is Jaws?
That is incorrect.
What?
Bird.
Jaws isn't science fiction.
I have no idea.
Passing.
Pass.
Mr. President.
Pass.
That was 2010, the year we made contact.
Good movie. Underrated.
Haven't seen it. I'll have to check it out.
Oh, well, it is a sequel to 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Okay, so I'll have to watch the others first. Okay.
So if you've not seen that one, you may want to watch it first. Bird O Champ 5, it's your turn. Bird.
Identify the episode TOS 400. Ah, damn it. Ass.
Mr. President.
What is Practical Joker?
That is correct.
Speaking of non-canon.
Yeah, it's more
What?
canon than Enterprise, isn't it?
No.
Wow.
TAS is
Wow,
not canon
wow,
at all.
wow. Yes, it
Respectfully
is.
disagree.
No.
It's more canon and consistent with the franchise than Enterprise is.
No.
Mr. President, you have a very commanding lead, and it is your board to control.
Ship to 200, please.
John? Did we lose John? Oh, there he is.
Sorry, I lagged for a minute. This weirdly kit-bashed starship was named for the first person to break the sound barrier.
What is the USS Jaeger?
That's correct.
For anyone suspicious, I promise I didn't see these beforehand. I'm just having a really good game.
I'm starting to think otherwise, considering who your running mate is, Mr. President.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Bird of Prey 5 is thinking the same thing at this point.
Wow.
My running mate.
suspect.
I don't come here for this abuse.
We're not. You're my campaign manager. You don't give me anything, and I'm not complaining about that. Mr. President is, may or may not be benefiting from his choice of vice president.
Romulan Senator, it is your board. And just for the record, you have gotten a number of these incorrect.
Exactly. Exactly. I've got nothing. And Mr. President is cleaning the entire board.
My running mate and the future vice president of the Federation has been on reproach, I tell you.
T-Dab says, wow.
I am still a senator. There will be probes. And most of them whale probes. But there will be probes.
Oh, gee. Wow.
Sci-fi films for 5.
1997. Casper Van Dien, Denise Richards, Dina Meyer.
This is the $500 question.
I know this.
What is Starship Troopers?
That's correct. That's a $500 because if I had seen that, I wouldn't have known the answer without looking it up.
Really?
FYI.
It's a great movie.
Indeed.
I didn't think much of it myself, but Bird,
Yeah.
it is your board control.
Identify the episode 500. It always have to be TAS.
Of course.
You
not.
must
always.
know that the $500 would be a TA.
Well, the 400 was a TAS, so I thought just maybe a pass.
Mr. President,
Pass.
Romulan Senator.
No.
It's how sharper than a serpent's tooth.
Actually, I thought that was kind of obvious, but what do I know?
Thank you, Brad Wolf.
What did Brad Wolf say?
He's awesome. That's all I got to say. Your turn, Mr. President.
Yes, it is your turn, Mr. President.
Science fiction for 2, please.
1968. Charlton Heston, Roddy McDowell, Kim Hunter.
What is Planet of the Apes?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's column
Senator?
5.
Sorry?
That was column 5 on your spreadsheet there. Sci-fi films.
What?
1999. Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman.
What is Galaxy Quest?
Yep.
I resent the accusations, Senator.
The accusation has been made and will be probed
Wow.
via committee.
The
Bird.
voters will see through your conduct on election day.
Save
Uh,
for
I
the
know
debate,
that.
gentlemen.
If I lose, I still have the ability to probe with a whale probe.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And we get Trouble with Tribbles or 100.
Or Trials and Tribulations. Or just as
What is a muck time?
That's right.
And Mr. President, you get the final clue.
get out of here before this guy.
Star Trek the Motion Picture. Out there. That away.
It was Rear Admiral / Temporary Captain James T. Cook.
Very
Khan.
specific. And very correct.
You're wrong. It's con.
No, it wasn't.
Out there, that
Oh,
way.
come on, it was Krug. Come on, it was Krug.
I've had enough of you.
All right.
But we're still got final Jeopnerdy, so it could all change anyway.
We do have Final Jeopardy, and our final Jeopnerdy category is
Vic Fontaine.
Oh dear.
Nice.
So let me put into the private chat the make sure I'm on private chat, the link to the Cosmo Buzz buzzer room.
That opens up over the boo. Okay.
What's that?
What did you say, Senator?
And it opened, the link opened up above over the tab for StreamYard, so I lost you guys for a second.
Okay.
And by the way, if anyone would like to join us for round 2 coming up in a few minutes, then go ahead and click on that link that's pinned at the top of the chat.
Indeed.
Mr. President needs to stay and defend this title. Considering 4,800 points, he's going to be betting 0 so he can keep his points.
Bird. I believe you mistyped.
No, I don't think I did.
Well, you can't have that as your bet amount. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Is that better?
clicking
That is better.
One extra 9.
Can you see me, John?
I can see you, Mr. I can see you, Mr. President. It's okay. No worries.
I don't know what Thomas is going on about. Who would win if he bet everything and lost? Certainly not me. I wasn't the one that was giving the answers.
Well, technically, I was the only one given the answers.
It's true.
I was not given the answer.
Mr. President, let me give you the scores. You have 4,800. Romulan Senator has 1,400, and Bird has 600. So if you could go ahead and enter your bet amount, please.
Okay.
Are you all happy with what you entered?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to enter your amounts. And let's reveal the final Jeopnerdy clue.
Vic sang this song for the DS9 crew during the last time they were all together.
You have 30 seconds, contestants. Kapla! Okay, Senator, I need you to stop typing, please.
I've reached my limit anyway.
All right, let me enter what you all responded with. And let's see how you did. Bird, you entered Final Jeopnerdy with 600 points. And let's see what your response was.
the way you look tonight. That is correct.
And let's see how much you bet. All of it. He did try to bet 9,600, but that gives you 1,200 points. Romulan Senator, you had 1,400 points, and let's see what your response was.
The original part of your answer is correct. I don't know about that extra stuff.
Especially that last line.
Mm-hmm.
But so you bet 1,400, all of it. So that gives you 2,800 points. Currently in
You were
second
wrong.
place.
You were wrong about the second part, isn't it?
And Mr. President, you had 4,800 points. Let's see what your response was.
Incorrect, I'm afraid.
And how much did Mr. President bet? 10 points, giving
You might
him
as well.
4,790 points. And Mr. President, you are the champion.
Thank you.
Nice
I
game.
really enjoyed the game.
Bravo says "Baby" by Justin Bieber. Can you imagine?
What was the song you said?
"Baby" by Justin Bieber.
Oh,
Baby,
that would be terrible.
Baby O. Yeah, right.
I was screwed from the moment I picked the daily double. From all the possible options, I picked the one daily double, which I couldn't pass if I was
It
wrong.
happens.
I couldn't get my 1,000 points if I was right. I was screwed either way. I suspect you knew. You brought it up, and you threw it at me the first.
Well,
the
I
first
knew
message.
that clue was the daily double, but I didn't
You
know you were
did
going
know.
to pick it.
So you
But
knew.
I didn't know you were going to pick it.
He's
And
not
even if I
so
did, it didn't
offensive.
matter. You picked it.
Exactly.
Well, now I know in the future to scan your brain before I pick my clue.
I'm
I
gonna steal a
didn't know
Klingon
you
mind
knew.
sifter for that.
Are you saying you're a P5 or a P12?
I'm like a P92.
It's off the chart.
It is.
Then you should have known the answer before you picked it. You should have.
No,
Exactly.
I don't. That would be unethical. That would be
It's not
unethical.
unethical to scan my brain.
They have
It's not
mind
unethical to
blockers.
scan your brain to find out which question's the daily double. It is unethical to scan your brain.
Wait a
to find
minute.
the
Wait a
answer.
minute. Wait a minute. What's the difference?
Yeah, exactly.
If I have to explain it to you, you don't get it. So it's not
It's
worth it.
quite a fine line there.
But it's it's a very if you're actually a mind reader, you would get it. Without a common frame of reference, it's impossible to discuss.
Well,
I tell you, Mr. President, these teeps, they're just.
I know. I know.
And it looks like Thomas is turning Kurogan.
Bert obviously doesn't know what a P5 means. Yeah, it means that you're a level 5 telepath. I'm a level 92. Anyway,
So
I'll
F
let you
you.
guys get on with the game.
Well, Mr. President has to
I
stay
will.
because now he's got to beat up on Cinnabon.
I will lodge my formal complaint in the morning.
Oh, I'm going to lodge it to the Senate now.
I'm gonna call the library.
Investigation on Mr. President over here.
I think New York City
That is
Public
your right,
Library.
Senator. But
system.
remember, my vice president will be president of the Senate. Well, no, he hasn't been elected yet. Sorry. No, you're right. No,
Oh, that
forget
sounded
us,
like a
Senator.
threat. That sounded like a threat. Wow.
More like a promise, I think.
Indeed.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you guys for round one. If you'd like to defend your title for the second round, Mr. President, I'll bring up your two challengers.
Yeah, that would be cool. Thanks. Hello, Bunny. Hello, Musa. How are you?
Greetings. You hear me?
Yes.
Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Good to see you too.
I'd just like to start off by saying that it's a little ridiculous that Tokyo's pretending to be angry about losing when obviously he and Mr. President are both team library, so it's a win either way. Doesn't really matter.
Talk about tinfoil hats tonight.
It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse every single day.
Whatever.
Sorry, Professor. Sorry to drag you into this.
Well, get ready to lose, Mercer, because the fix is in. Mr. President's already been chosen.
I have nothing to say to that.
You should be outraged. Why are you quiet? Are you in on this? Are you on part of the secret Discord?
Oh my goodness.
I don't
I'm
usually
suspicious
look
now.
at my Discord.
I'm surrounded by my enemies. Let's do this. I need you to refer to me by my name today, too.
Okay, Admiral Safir.
First,
Very good, John. Very good.
that was very good.
Yeah. I didn't actually get Cinnabon's name. Yeah. Doesn't anyone else get the reference? Riff 597.0 Whiskey Kilo Charlie. I don't get it.
The professor would know if he was truly a librarian.
Could you explain, Professor? I'm confused.
I think Cinnabon should explain it.
It clearly means 597-week champion. It's clearly a reference book in the Hall of Champions, and that's clearly Dewey Decimal.
Okay.
Which the professor should know if he supposedly works in a library.
He didn't say he didn't know it.
He doesn't now.
He just said that you should explain it.
I think it should be obvious.
Anyway, I'm sure the professor knew it. He was just following proper etiquette by letting you explain it.
By the way, that book of 597-week champions, all me.
Sure.
Of course.
Sure. Looks like your name is not what you claim.
Oh, hello, Admiral. Aren't you busted out of Starfleet by now from what you pulled on the Enterprise D or tried to pull?
You know what? I don't hear the words of fake Federation presidents. I don't remember any election, so I don't recognize your authority over any planets, let alone Earth.
Well, Bunny, if you were taking your meds, you would remember.
Oh, this fake election now. All right. I'm sure it's cataloged in your fake library, in your hall of fake records.
Wow.
Shall we
Are
play?
we ready to play?
Shall we play?
I guess before this gets any worse.
Yeah.
I'm always ready.
Mercer, are you ready?
Yes. Yes, I'm ready. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Let's play Jeopnerdy.
Oh, Category 1, Federation Presidents. Oh.
Ships named for characters.
Oh, cool.
Presidential fill in the blank, Star Trek 6.
What a surprise.
Identify the episode, TNG.
Oh, very cool.
I finally got the last word. And more science fiction films.
It's a dumb category. I refuse to even pick that one.
That's your
Good
prerogative.
loss.
You could.
I won't do it.
You could refuse to pick it without criticizing, right?
And
Mr.
sometimes it has to
President.
be done.
As returning champion, you go first.
Thank
I get to
you.
go first?
I'm gonna pick president, the presidential category for 3, please.
The United Federation of Planets welcomes you to Camp Blank.
What is Kinema?
That's it.
I was at 300.
But that's where it appears on the board.
That angers me. Very much
Ref
so.
597.0 WKC. It's your turn.
Same category, 500.
Yes. So suppose you blank a full
What is
scale war.
instigate?
Incorrect.
Precipitate.
Mercer.
God damn it.
What is
Mercer.
precipitate? What is precipitate?
Nicely done.
You're welcome. Even if you knew that, I don't care. We have to work together to make sure the president is not the winner. We have to defeat Team Library. Together we can do it.
Jeez.
Mercer.
I'll take presidential for 400.
Let us redefine blank to mean that just because we can do a thing, it does not necessarily follow that we must do that thing.
What is progress?
That is correct.
Good job, Mercer.
Thank you. I've seen that movie too many times.
Not allowed, Mr. President. Big point.
Mr. President, it's your turn.
Identify the episode for 3, please. What is the outrageous O'Connor?
That is correct.
Somebody tells me the 3s are the easiest ones, so the
That guy
fixes
was
and
going to be
the president knows the
play
pattern to
Riker.
pick.
That guy was auditioning to play Riker.
He did, yes.
Oh, really? I'm glad Jonathan Frakes got the part, to be honest.
Thomas, I said no such thing.
What it's,
All right,
what
Ref 597.0 WKC, it's your turn.
We're stalking the president, so same category, 500.
Oh, which category? I'm sorry.
Which one did Mr. President just pick? You call yourself a
Okay,
librarian.
you.
Identify the episode, TNG.
Thank you.
For
Thank you.
500, please, Mr. Strict Scorekeeper. What is... Shit.
Wow. I don't think it's that.
It's the one with the stupid comas and Keiko O'Brien, and I hate that woman, so I just... Her being in that episode angers me so much. I can't remember anything else about the episode except for Troy was creepy in that one too. No, that timer is going way too fast. Son of a bitch.
Mercer.
What is violations?
That's correct.
It's okay because Mercer got it.
I have a question. I never figured out what's in the.
Oh, that's right. I don't need the answer and I don't lose points, right? Yes.
What?
If I don't answer, I don't lose points, right?
Right.
Oh, well, I'm not worried about it.
That's
man.
correct.
Let's go.
What's your
But
question?
champions score points.
I was
What's
waiting for
your
you guys to
question?
screw up.
Mr. President, what were you asking? I'm sorry.
I could wait until after the game, but I was just wondering. I've never figured out what was on the side of the captain's head because it was way too early in his life for it to be any kind of organ part. But there was something on the side of his head in that flashback.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I figured it was some sort of medical device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mercer,
Anyway.
you have the lead and control the board.
I'll take identify the episode for 400. So what is the mind's eye?
That is correct. Commander Sila's
That's
first
very
appearance.
good. I had to think about that one for a few
Good job,
seconds.
Mercer.
Mr. President, you are in control of the board.
Team
Pretty much.
Anti-Library.
Pretty my favorite category is going, but no one owns any category, so TNG for 2, please. What did yesterday's Enterprise?
That's right.
Man.
REF 597.0 WKC, it's your turn.
That's something.
Characters for 500.
I'm sorry, which one?
The character one. Ships named for characters. 500.
For 5.
This ship, which, along with the Lakul, was destroyed in the Nexus while transporting El-Orion refugees, was named for a 23rd century Federation ambassador.
Interesting.
Indeed.
Yeah, I also don't pay attention to things that Whoopi Goldberg is in, so
That means
I can't answer this one either.
that means
At least nobody gets 1,000 points, so it makes me happy.
Mercer.
Thinking. I can't remember. Pass.
Mr. President.
Sorry.
The answer was the Robert Fox.
Oh,
And to address a comment in the private chat, is canon because it appears on a computer screen in the movie.
Indeed.
Did they ever say it? Because otherwise, you'd have to read the screen, right?
No, they don't say it, but like I said, you can see it on the computer.
That's a trick question. That's very.
It is not a trick question. Now, if you would use the library, you would know how to read, and then you would have gotten it correct.
Why would it ever do that?
Very good, Professor. Very good.
Mercer, it is your board to control.
I'll do the last word. What is the rule on that? What are we doing with this?
The last word, you give the name of an episode or a movie and the last line, and you tell us the person who said it.
Oh, okay. All right, 500.
Oh.
All right, Mercer, you have 2,600 points. You have a 1,000-point lead on Mr. President. How much would you like to bet?
I guess I'll go 500.
Oh,
All
man.
right. 500.
This is from the counterclock incident. Listen carefully to the
Our trip
context.
into the negative universe gave it a second life. It gave all of us a second life.
Who is Uhura?
Unfortunately, that is incorrect.
I never watched
It is Nichelle Nichols, but she is voicing Sarah April in that episode,
Oh, okay.
or in that line
Indeed.
in particular.
Damn it.
I'm glad I didn't bet all of it.
I need to take a quick break to push myself up. Shoot.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
All right. We'll wait for Mr. President.
He's got to
Especially-
reload all the answers, make sure he accidentally closed the window.
If he has all the answers, why is he currently in second place?
Exactly.
Because he's going for the middle ones that are worth that many points. He wants to make
But
it
why
look,
wouldn't he go for the 500s if he knows the answers?
because he has to make it look like it's fair.
Uh-huh. Because Mercer is naturally that good. Sure, 300-399.
We could all tell how angry you were at him after how many points he scored last round. So we know you sent him a message just to
I looked real
take it easy this time.
mad.
Make it at least kind of a competitive game so it doesn't look like you're totally cheating. But hey, it's all right. We're all on to you.
Yeah, you're all on to me. Sure.
You're making me laugh so hard. having trouble pushing myself up in the chair. Come on.
See what you did, Cinnabon? Ref 597.0 WKC. By the way, Dewey numbers don't have just a 0.0.
Yep, they do now. In the Hall of Champions, they do.
No, they don't.
Really, you've been to the Hall of Champions.
Yes, I have.
Oh, what does it look like?
Well, it changes depending on who goes.
It never changes. It hasn't changed in the
Sure,
10,000 years. See, you don't know. It's made of the bones of dinosaurs and
Bones of dinosaurs, right?
and the people they've conquered.
Did anyone else?
Thomas, I don't know what a librarian is, so.
Did anyone else watch the Andor finale? I thought it was amazing.
I watched it.
Anyone else watch the what? Sorry, miss it?
The Andor finale. The Star
Nope.
Wars Andor. It was amazing.
Nope. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that.
It's all right, Mr. President. You are in control of the board. You are currently 500 points behind Mercer.
Okay. Last word for 4, please.
I'm sorry. Last word for 4?
Yes, please.
E squared. Captain, you're early.
E squared. Sorry.
Rep 597.0 WKC.
It was the Zindi guy. I don't remember. Who is Degrin?
I'm not the non-canon show.
That is correct.
Yeah.
All right, Bunny, you can get back into positive territory.
Hey, I don't need you to tell me what I need. Let's go with ship's
Bunny.
name.
I didn't. I just said you can get back into positive territory. Were you not listening?
I'm trying to pick a category.
You weren't listening, were you? No, you weren't listening.
No,
You don't like to listen.
You
just want to dictate.
I'm a little tired of coming here every week and being just bullied around. I'd like to pick my category, please, if that's okay with you. I know you're used to
Go right ahead.
people, but
Go right ahead, Mr. Bunny. Pick your category and amount.
I'm not ready yet. Give me a second. We will go with.
It's worse than usual, Professor. He really needs to get back on the list.
400.
Which category, please?
Which one do you think?
I don't read mine.
The ship's named for characters for 400. I was going to see if you were going to throw me.
This transport, which was used by the Romulans during their plot to invade Vulcan, was named for a person who had turned down a seat on the Federation Council.
Wait, can you read that again? I wasn't listening at all.
This transport, which was used by the Romulans during their plot to invade Vulcan, was named for a person who had turned down a seat on the Federation Council.
One more time.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Time's running out.
I know. I'm just. I'm thinking. I wasted so much time doing that. I don't know.
Mercer.
Who is T'Pau?
That's correct.
I thought it was.
Very good.
Well, the best part of that episode was the guy that was like trying to hit on Counselor Troy. You know, he probably thinks that we don't see a lot of handsome women out this way. So, you know, I usually heard like a better reaction from me. He's probably right.
The Zach Dorn.
He was brilliant. He was like the best part of that whole episode. I'm going to go science fiction
Nurse.
film 400.
1999. Robin Williams, Sam Neill, and Beth Davids.
What is the Bicentennial Man?
That is correct.
I actually went to the premiere of that movie.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Thank you. By the way, the episode of Orville called Unknown Graves from the 3rd season, the beginning is exactly the same as the beginning of Bicentennial Man. Where the Kalon, they bring the Kalon into the robot into the house with the box.
Mm.
The beginning was a tribute to that movie.
Cool.
Very cool.
Anyway,
Mr. President.
I've got some catching up to do, so I'm going to risk it and go science fiction film for 5, please.
1956. Walter Pidgeon, Anne Francis, Leslie Nielsen.
No, a bit before my time. Pass.
Ref 597.0 WKC.
I believe I told you I was not going to answer any of these questions.
Your loss.
Time's running out.
I refuse.
Mercer.
pass.
It was a Forbidden Planet.
I was almost going to guess that, but then I couldn't picture Leslie Nielsen in a movie like that.
Yeah, he definitely was in that film.
Okay, I should have guessed it.
Ref 597.0 WKC.
All right. You're gonna let's go with last word for 300.
Last word for 3.
Equinox Part 2. Let's put it back up where it belongs.
Who is Chakotay?
That's correct.
Nicely done.
So when you ask real Star Trek questions, I know.
I'm kicking myself for not getting that last question, but never mind. I'll be fine.
Mercer.
Science fiction for 300.
I just noticed we have kind of a nice little shape here. Science fiction for 3.
Yep. Now we're going to ruin that shape.
2021. Timothy Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac.
What is Dune?
That's right.
What a fantastic movie. Oh my gosh. I love it. But
Mr. President.
Presidential for 2, please.
You cannot possibly believe that James Kirk assassinated the blank of the High Council.
What is the chancellor?
That's correct.
you're not going to ask who played the president in that movie?
Not in this particular category, no.
Oh, he's so good.
Dude.
Yeah, very good.
Ref 587.0
300.
WKC.
This vessel, the flagship, during a possible Borg invasion, was named for a Klingon leader.
Oh, what is the what is the Gorkin?
That's right.
I knew as soon as this category came up, I knew that was going to be one of the answers.
Mercer.
Science fiction for 200.
Get that crap out of here.
1982. Harrison Ford, Rutger Hauer, Edward James Olmos.
What is Blade Runner?
That's right.
Which character did Edward play?
Who?
Did Edward play?
He played a police officer, I believe.
Okay.
By the way, I met him a couple of years ago, and I talked to him for about a half an hour.
That would have been cool.
He was awesome.
Wow, got some interesting chat going on.
Maybe you should focus on your job.
Hey!
I can do both. Thank you very much. Mr. President, it is your turn.
and it is part of his job to monitor the chat. Identify the episode for 100. What is relics?
That's correct.
That was a good episode.
Ref 587.0 WKC.
Wait,
It's your turn.
wait. Before you should, for those pictures, you should just like take a picture of like a bulkhead or like an elevator door, and then like from the shot, like after the elevator's
Wow.
closed, right? And say identify the.
That'll be a little bit more difficult.
I appreciate the support, Brad Wolf. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for that.
Ref 597.0 WKC. It's your turn.
Yes. We will go with I'm trying to decide what the best strategically. All right, let's just go with last word for 200.
Last word for 2.
Call to arms. He's letting me know he'll be back.
Who is Ducat?
That's right.
Probably the best finale in season finale in ever since Best of Both Worlds that I've seen. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the last word for 100.
Damn it! Come on!
The measure of a man. Not yet, sir, but with your help, I am learning.
Who is Data?
That's it.
I swear to God, if I'm left with that last stupid one for sci-fi for 100, I'm very upset.
Mr. President?
I'm going to help make that a reality. We're trying to anyway. Presidential category for 1.
This president is not above the blank.
The law, and it's not how I govern either. So what is the law?
That's right.
So I agree with my predecessor there.
Yeah, but his character in RoboCop certainly was.
Yeah, but no.
True.
Indeed.
Well, Brad Wolf, there is no conspiracy to be part of, so you're not missing anything. Ref 587.0 WKC, it's your turn.
Science fiction films for 100.
Wow.
Yeah, I subverted expectations.
You sure did. 1999. Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor, Natalie Portman.
What is The Phantom Menace?
That's right.
Is that a good movie?
Terrible movie, in my opinion.
I don't know if
Not the best.
That's better than its reputation. Mercer.
I'll take ships for
Your turn.
characters, or characters for ships, or named characters for ships, or named ships characters for ships, or naming characters and ships.
Just pick one.
For character ships for 200.
This starship that participated in Operation Return was named for a Vulcan ambassador.
What is a Sarek?
That's right.
Oh, was that on a screen too?
No, it was stated in dialogue.
Indeed. Mr. President, you get the final clue.
When Worf walked by.
Cool.
This starship in Battle Group Omega was named for the man regarded by historians as the greatest explorer of the 22nd century.
Oh my God. This is perfect that Mr. President got this.
Yep.
Indeed.
Han Solo.
I don't get it.
It's a perfect question.
What is the culprit?
Nope.
Nope, that is incorrect.
Ref 597.0 WKC.
What is the Archer?
Yes.
Correct.
That's why it was so perfect
Oh,
that the president
it's
got it.
non-canon show again.
No, not only was it canon, but he was the greatest explorer of the 22nd century.
Silly fools.
Hmm.
I
Very
believe
poetic.
that the rules state that if you have more than 2,000 points, you have to bet it all during Final Jeopardy.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on.
I don't have more than 2,000 points.
All right, I'm going to put the link to the chat room or the buzzer room in the private chat, and let's go to Final Jeopardy. And our Final Jeopardy category is
The Doctor, being the one from Voyager.
Hang on a second. Sorry, I'm just going to close this window and then reopen it.
So this is just what, about him or an episode about him? I mean,
just so everyone is aware, anybody with the word cheats is disqualified.
it's not actually true. It's never been in the rules.
It's part of the rules, right, John?
Yes.
Well, whoever did that is probably just kind of an idiot. So I think you should probably just boot them from the game. And we all know that's Mr. President. So I don't know why you have to be so rude, Mr. President, all the time. Just play the game.
That is not Mr. President. We all know who that is.
I think it might be someone with fluffy ears.
A distinct possibility.
I can't see the screen, so I'm just going to say all of it. And then you
can't see the screen.
I'm looking at the buzzer screen right now to type in the
Well, let me read the scores to you then.
Well,
Mercer is in the lead with 4,900. Mr. President is in second place with 2,300. And you, Mr. Bunny, Mr. Ref 597.0 WKC, have 1,800 points.
Yes, 1-800 libraries are fire hazards.
And we have a fourth person that entered the buzzer room. It says, not playing, just messing around. Ent is canon. TAS is not. Neither is STD.
How convenient.
Well, I agree with the STD part.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I agree with the STD part as well. But I disagree with the test and I disagree with the Enterprise. And I'm pretty sure that would be the Senator fooling around there.
All in 1,800. I don't even need to be secret about it.
We have one more round coming up after this. If anyone would like to join us in that round, please click that link that's pinned at the top of the chat.
In fact, I'll even say my answer out loud.
Please don't.
Kidding. I'm not going to. Come on. I'm not that stupid.
Let's reveal the final Jeopnerdy clue.
The Doctor modified a recording of his recent recital of the Blue Danube to encode a warp signature in this episode.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla!
Hang on, what's the name of it? Oh, damn it, I didn't get the name of it in time. I've lost.
Okay, let me enter your responses.
Notice how I followed the rules and stopped typing in time, unlike Mr. President.
I didn't type anything because I knew I
think that should be a penalty of 2,300
so
points.
I didn't breach the rules. I know I'm going to lose.
I believe that's a disqualification, and previous championships are being stripped from your record.
John, could you mute Mr. Bunny?
There we go.
Thank you. All right, let's see how y'all did. Ref 597.0 WKC, you had 1,800 points. Let's see what your response was.
Tinker, Tenor, Dr. Spy, that's a good guess, but it is incorrect.
And let's see how much you
Whatever.
bet. Well,
I think
you
it was
bet
the
it
other
all.
one.
Taking you back down to 0. Mr. President, you had 2,300 points. Let's see what your response was.
I ran out of time to type. Saying I didn't
And-
cheat, buddy,
And let's see how much you bet.
and I foolishly
All of
did
it.
it all.
Rock and roll, man.
And Mercer, you had a commanding lead of 4,900 points. What was your response?
Tried it with Airwolf again. That does sound like an interesting episode, but it's not the one we were looking for.
4,900. Come on.
Let's
Correct
see how much
answer
you
was-
bet, Mercer.
3.
I should have been
Maybe.
0.
Yeah, the correct answer was Renaissance Man.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was either that one or the one I picked.
Well done,
And
Mercer.
Mercer, with 4,897 points, you are the champion.
Yay!
Well done, Mercer. Nicely done.
Boo.
No, there's no need for that.
I thought you'd be
buddy.
happy, Bunny.
Huh? Did I win?
I thought you'd be
Well,
happy that I did.
Mr. President didn't.
Yeah, and I didn't either. So why would I be happy?
Just be happy for Mercer and stop being a sore loser, buddy.
Cannot do it. Sorry.
Go eat some more carrots.
Good game,
True
Mercer.
champion never congratulates another champion. I'm sorry, Mercer, but we're gonna have to
Exactly,
ask
Mike
you-
Richards. Thank you. Thank you, Mike Richards.
What
Put
did
it-
Mike-
Using Airwolf as an answer is definitely illegal, so we're gonna have to put an asterisk next to your name, just like Mr. President. So I'm sorry, you still haven't gotten the official championship status yet, but one of these days, I promise it'll happen.
What did Mike Richards say?
He said WKC equals WTF, smiley face.
I like that. Yes. The bunny, he's offers me so much. Sadly, he might need to be taken to the vet and put down. We keep wanting him
Ouch.
to take his meds.
That's because Airwolf is the best show ever made. It's the only show ever made.
Well, it's worked for you 3 times in a row.
You
Hey,
know
Mercer,
that
did you know
that
that
show came-
if you would have bet it all and we would have all gotten 0 scores, Professor Brainy Specs said he was going to pay us all $500,000. So you kind of ruined it for everybody, man.
Yeah,
terrible.
Airwolf. What were you saying, Brady, about it being the best show, right?
No, I was just saying that we were talking about that show at work this morning and how
Oh.
cheesy it was.
Cheesy. Come on, man.
Cheesy. Although I did say that it has one of the coolest theme songs of any
Oh,
show
yeah.
ever.
By far. Even better than Blue Thunder's theme song.
Wow. They don't even hide the fact that they're working together. Can't take this anymore.
Yes, the professor does work together with his coworkers at the library. That is true.
Yeah, we do need to work together there.
Well, I guess Ref 597.0 WKC had just had enough and left in disgrace.
I guess so.
However,
Poor
would the two of you like to return for round 3?
I
I'd
will
be hit.
keep around, but only if there's no other competitors. If there's other people coming in from the outside, then I'll boot myself out.
Same
If
answer.
anyone would like to join us, please do click that link at the top of the chat.
Yeah,
Same
I'll
answer for me because I've been.
We see a 300-399.
That was awesome. 3 times in a row, Mercer with Airwolf. That's respect. That gets respect.
And
And I'm
somebody else-
surprised Jeff doesn't recognize my name.
Well, those are Dewey numbers.
Yes, indeed.
What does it
Political
mean?
science.
Indeed.
Political science. The part of the library that has political science books.
Oh, okay. I see. That's very clever, Senator.
Did you know that Isaac Asimov wrote a book from every category in the card catalog?
I did
Really?
not.
I
Yeah.
did not know that either.
He was more prolific.
Even
as
the 400s.
He was more prolific as a nonfiction writer than he was even as a fiction writer.
What did he write in the 400s?
That I'd have to look up. I don't want to spend time looking it up, but he wrote
Because that's the language section.
yeah. I'd
Probably
have to
wrote
look
one book that
I
qualifies
looked it
for
up
all of it.
after the game. I remember he wrote a book that I actually read called Treasury of Humor, which is jokes. He actually wrote a joke book. He's huge. It was like the thickest book I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
And Ref's back.
Eyes of the Universe. It is a foreign language book for $300.
Interesting.
Yep. And it's on Amazon. Right. Up off my port number.
Looks like no one else is going to join.
I'm gonna try and redeem myself from the last round.
You need to close Google Sheets, Mr. President.
Yeah, that's why he ended up with 0.
He was just doing that to throw everybody off because Mercer was going to destroy him anyway. Even if he bet all of it, Mercer would destroy him with Airwolf.
Whatever, Senator. I think you need to take some meds as well, Bunny.
Well, make sure you have Google closed and we'll have a fair game.
I've got Google closed. I never had Google up.
If he had Google open, he would have been ahead of Mercer.
Exactly.
No, like I said, Mercer is just that good. He shows up and he cleans house. And the fact that Mr. President couldn't do it with the answers on the spreadsheet kind of tells me something. I might have some chances in the election after my probe.
I'm actually using a picture of myself now as my avatar from when I was a kid.
Nice.
Sweet.
Cool.
All right, gentlemen, are we ready to play?
Indeed.
Why isn't Mr. President at the top? He should be at the top. He's the president.
You won the last game.
Yeah, but he won the first game, and he's
And
also
then
the
you
president.
humiliated him with Airwolf. So
Yeah, but he's also the president.
Actually, I'm going to throw in something. Even though he did win the first game, Airwolf did humiliate him in the second round, so I think we should switch.
I'm just saying he's the president, but I'll take the top spot. I'm just saying, like, if you were to have the top spot, he's the president.
Yeah,
so.
it's fair to change them, so I've got no problem with sitting where I am. It's all good.
Of course you wouldn't. You got embarrassed by a helicopter. Just like I did last week.
Well, Louise, you're always welcome.
Indeed.
Or is it Lewis? Or is it Lewis? I'm not sure.
If somebody else want to join, yeah, I can jump out.
Well, no, they're saying that they don't trust their memory at 3 a.m.
Oh man, come on, enter and dare to win. Life is not
Got
a
a chance if
spectator
I'm playing.
sport. Life is not a spectator sport. You got to join.
Well, gentlemen, let's play Jeopnerdy.
Engage.
Ships named for places. Presidential film the blank DS9.
Oh, that's gonna be difficult.
Identify the episode, also from DS9.
That's going to be difficult.
I finally got the last word.
You will always get the last word, John.
Well, thank you. Science fiction films.
All right, Mercer, as the reigning champion, you go first.
I'll take identify the episode for 500. Oh,
I'm sorry. I gotta laugh.
I'll bet it for 500.
All right.
What a stupid way to start.
Yeah.
That's just the way it worked.
It's a video one, so it should be easy.
What you know it though.
Identify this episode.
I've assigned this space to you. We'll get you anything you need. Madam, my sympathies. Good hunting.
What is necessary evil?
That's the one.
My favorite episode.
See? I knew you'd know it.
Thanks.
Mr.
awesome.
President.
I think it's a fantastic episode.
Last word for 2, please.
Last word for 2.
Star Trek Nemesis. Going so right.
Who was B4?
That's correct.
More smack in the chat.
Naturally.
Mr. Political Science Books. It's your turn.
I have to see that scene because I might have to call shenanigans on that last clue.
Why do you think it was Picard that said it?
Yeah, because B4 hummed after Picard said it.
I'm thinking I agree with that, but I'm not gonna put my foot down on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check. Not now, but I'll let it go. But
I'm happy to relinquish the points if needed.
I'm just saying I kind of was thinking the same thing, but I don't know for sure, and I'm not gonna bet on it.
Yeah, I just recall Picard said it, and then B4 was just humming it after that.
And then he walks in the hallway, and then that's the end of the movie.
And the credits, yeah, exactly.
Up to you.
Presidential
judges.
quotes for 3.
Fill in the blank.
Yes.
With the exception of the blank incident, there hasn't been a state of emergency declared on Earth in a century.
No, I
know this one.
I bet you do. Pass.
And I'm sure Mercer will get it before me.
Mercer.
What is Borg?
That's it.
Yeah. Mike Richards says Taco Bell.
I'll take identify DS9 for 400. What is the sound of her voice?
Yep.
Very good.
I actually have a question, and this might work
Yes.
to Mercer's merit. For the daily double, if there was a situation like Mercer's where the 0 points, the first clue that he gets is 500, could there be a way for him to get double if he bet it at all? It was the first clue he picked, 0 points, daily double, on the $500 category. Could he get double points?
Yeah, I should have gotten double points, but I guess you only get double points because it could go to another player who gets single points.
Yeah, typically the double points doesn't apply on daily doubles.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I'm just pushing myself up in the chair, sorry guys.
Well, I figure because I kind of robbed him of the double points for being his first clue, the first clue picked. I'm just saying.
I agree, but
I checked the transcript for Nemesis, and the last line, according to the transcript, B4 says, "Going so right."
Yeah, we gotta watch the scene. He's humming it, in my opinion. I have to watch it again, but I'll put it up on Voodoo after we finish the game.
I think I can get it here.
I have Voodoo open, but let me do it. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll do it. I didn't want to
Mr.
interrupt.
President,
Sorry, I'm coming back. I just need to give myself a push-up.
well, since the movie is not on Paramount Plus anymore, I
Well, I
can't
have it
pull
on my
up
Voodoo. I'm opening it
easily.
right now. I'm gonna open it right now. Hold on a second. What is it called? Nemesis?
Nemesis.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, hold on.
I'm looking to see if it's still here in Japan on Amazon Prime.
No, I have it on my Voodoo. I just
It is.
I'm back.
Very good.
Whose turn is it?
It is your turn.
Hold
Okay.
on. Let me go to the end of this movie here.
Yeah.
Hang on.
It's
Okay.
loading too.
No, that was the
So
beginning.
you don't want me to pick it
This is an explosion.
Oh,
Sorry.
well,
No. But his wonder, his curiosity about every facet of human nature, about all of us.
I'm gonna mute
we
you
don't
for a
want to
minute, Mercer. Yeah,
we don't want to copyright strike there.
Oh, the answer is correct. The answer is correct. B4 says
Indeed.
it. He did hum
Indeed.
it, and then he goes, Picard says, going so right. And then B4's like, going so right.
Yep.
And then credits.
Indeed.
All right.
All right, Mr. President, it's your turn.
I feel vindicated.
Indeed. You should.
Presidential for 500, please.
Captain, I've been in politics for blank years. I'm no stranger to overstatement and exaggeration.
Oh, no wonder it's a 500. I'm going to take a risk and go, what is 30?
That is incorrect.
Oh, dear.
Political science.
I am not taking a guess on this one. Pass.
Mercer.
I am passing as well because I don't know.
Usually I don't guess, but
It's quite a bit more than that. It was actually 70 years.
wow.
And I wonder if that was an overstatement or exaggeration.
It is
So
possible.
he's a different species. He's like one of those weird species.
Jaroshinyo was a gullible president.
All
Then again,
right.
so was Cisco.
300. Your turn.
Ship's name for places for 300. Let's get on the board.
This time displaced starship was named for a city in Montana.
What is a Bozeman?
That is correct.
Very good.
Fraser ship.
Yeah.
Indeed. All right, Mercer, you're in
I'll take
control.
Identify the Deep Space Nine episode for 300.
Mike Richards is still on about Taco Bell.
What is Bada Bing Bada Boom?
Do you think that's close enough, Professor?
Yeah,
Is
I
that-
give it to him.
Yeah, very good. You're off by one word, but we'll say we'll give it to you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Mr. President.
Presidential category for 4, please.
If what you say is true, I'll have his blank.
What is resignation?
That's correct.
Boo.
Oh, it's Dave Kovic as president.
No, I need to boo.
Boo.
You remember when Dave Kovic made the secretary, the chief of staff resign? He's like, I want your resignation on my desk by the time I get back. You ever see that movie, Dave?
A long time ago.
He has a good movie.
300. It's your turn.
It's a boo because I can't curse. Ship's name for places for 400.
This runabout was named for a historically significant river in Italy.
Got to be a runabout in a place I don't know. Pass.
Mercer.
I'm thinking. Hold on. Pass.
Mr. President.
Pass.
That was the Rubicon.
Rubicon, indeed.
Wouldn't have connected that.
Mercer, you're in control.
I'll take science fiction films for 400.
2005, Nathan Fillion, Alan Tudyk, Gina Torres.
What is Serenity?
That's correct.
Who did Gina Torres play?
I do not remember.
It's okay.
A lie?
What?
An error.
Oh, come on, John. You can follow that up.
I'm sorry.
You said I do not remember. You said I do not remember.
Oh.
I said a lie.
Choice.
There you go. Come
Neither of us was listening very well that night.
Mr. President, your
There are
turn.
things I tried to tell you about having faith.
You have betrayed the Federation. All of you.
What do you think you've been doing?
Saving Starfleet.
Hang on.
I think we need to mute some people. Mr.
We're
President,
having a
it's
table
your
read
turn.
of Star Trek 6.
Okay. Last word for 4, please.
Strange bedfellows. They'll all be swept away like dead leaves before an angry wind.
Pass.
300.
I'm afraid. Pass.
Mercer.
Who is Kai Wynn?
That's right.
I figured it was her. It was stuck between her and Ducat. Good job, Mercer.
Thanks.
Ship
300.
I'm gonna go with. Oh, it's your turn. 300. I'm sorry.
Nice try, though.
Just shoot me or something. I'm sorry.
Sci-fi.
It's right there
films
on the
for
screen.
3.
1984. Kyle MacLachlan, Francesca Annis, Patrick Stewart.
What is Dune?
That's right.
Patrick Stewart gave it away, actually.
I figured it would.
Yes, it did. Mercer, your turn. You have a commanding lead.
I'll take science fiction for 500.
1972. Bruce Dern, Cliff Potts, Ron Rifkin.
Pass.
Mr. President.
Pass.
300.
I'm going to regret this. Pass.
That was a Silent Running.
I'm not going to regret it because it was not the movie I was thinking of.
What were you thinking?
Close Encounters.
Oh, yeah, that came much later. Late 70s. All right, Mr. President, your turn.
I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go. President Blanks again for 2, please.
I would hate to be remembered as the Federation president who destroyed blank.
What is Paradise?
That's right.
Ooh. Hiss.
Good job. That was a good one.
Thank you, Mizza. Unlike somebody who insists on heckling.
Boo. You had round 2.xls open. Well, you had round 1.xls open on your desktop there, and I'm going to prove it to you in Senate chambers with whale probes, just because. Ship's name for places for 500.
This starship, which was lost at Wolf 359, was named for the southernmost Japanese main island.
What is Kyushu?
That's correct.
Good job. Damn.
I live here.
Fitting
Well,
that
I don't
you
live in
got that.
Kyushu, but I
Yeah,
live in Japan.
Fitting that you got that clue.
yes,
Indeed.
I've never
live in
been to Japan.
Mercer.
It's open now. It's beautiful.
I'll try last word for 500.
In the flesh, you're a quick study.
Pass.
Mr. President.
Pass.
300.
I just saw this episode 2 pass, but I think I fell asleep halfway through.
It was Chakotay.
All right. I'll have to see that again.
Was that the stuff?
Adding
Was
Voyager questions to this game.
Would you say, Mr. President?
Was that the episode with the replica of Starfleet Academy?
Yes.
No. Oh, yeah. Wait, what am I? Oh, I'm thinking of Flesh and Blood. That's why. All right. Yeah, I was thinking of the wrong episode. Good thing I
Mr.
passed.
President, it's your turn.
I'm really lagging behind here. Last word for 300.
Similitude. So that his sacrifice won't just have been for the people of this ship, but for all the citizens of Earth.
Not sure. Pass.
300.
Who's Captain Archer?
That's right.
That non-canon show again.
I told
We're
you it's
talking
not
about the AS or
Discovery.
SED.
You know, Captain Archer is going to shoot you with one of his bows, because that's why they call him Captain Archer. He's going to shoot any Enterprise deniers with bow and arrow.
Well, it's going to break, and then we'll have a pilot. That was a dumb joke.
You know why they call it a pilot?
He was a pilot, so he breaks the bow that he shoots at Mr. President.
No.
There
You
you
know
go.
why they call it a pilot?
I'm getting a headache.
Sometimes it
Broken bow, but I'm pissed. Well,
300. 300, it's your turn.
Ship's name for places for 2.
This starship, which was commanded by alternate future Harry Kim, was named for a U.S. state.
What is the Rhode Island?
That's right.
You don't live in Rhode Island. I thought you lived in Tokyo.
I'm not Harry Kim.
Okay.
An important distinction.
I'll identify the episode for 200. What is The Way of the Warrior?
Yeah.
That's it.
And it was a feature film, like when it first aired. So I'm not
It
going to.
was.
Yep.
My favorite episode of Star Trek, period, end.
Really? Is it?
Yeah.
Really? That's a bold
Absolutely. It's one of the few episodes that I can actually quote back and forth and do a one-man table read. It's that
So
good.
You
really,
and the
you know,
Random Menace.
What kind of peas are they eating then?
What kind of what?
What kind of peas are they eating then?
Hey, we have the clues here, not you.
What kind of cheese?
Mr.
Peas.
President.
They were popping in their mouths.
Oh, is edamame?
What?
It's edamame.
Sand peas.
Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was some.
Sand peas.
Yeah,
It's a good episode, though.
it was quoted. Yes, it was. Anyway, let's go.
I'm getting
I thought you said cheese, actually.
President for 100.
You would.
I never sought this job. I was content to simply represent my people on the Federation blank.
What is council?
That's right.
Sorry, Mercer. I
300.
thought you said cheese, so you kind of lost me there for a second.
at the beginning when Dr. Bashir was like, I thought I had that.
Some yamak sauce for the sand peas. That's right.
Mm.
Last word.
Journey to Babel. Well, what do you know? I finally got the last word.
Who's Dr. McCoy?
That's it.
The namesake for this category, I suspect.
I thought it was pronounced Babel.
I may have
Babel,
misspoke.
Babel. Babel, Babel, doesn't
John,
matter. It's how
John,
John
when
said
you had
it.
when you had these categories last week, I was waiting for that clue. You made me wait a week if I can talk.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Mercer.
I'll take 200.
1990. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sharon Stone, Michael Ironside.
Good movie.
Lenny's Total Recall, which is the greatest movie ever made, and I'll be home in time for cornflakes.
Yes, it is indeed total.
You really
I'll be home in time for cornflakes.
Or as the angry video game nerd said, what video game based on a movie do you get to go home and shoot your wife?
You really think that's the greatest movie even
No,
made?
it's one of my favorites. I love it. I think it's fantastic. It's not the greatest movie ever made, but it is the last major feature film to have old school special effects before everything went CGI.
Anyway,
Yeah.
is it
Mr.
my
President.
turn? Yeah.
It is.
Identify the episode 100, please. What is Trials and... what is Trials and... I know which one it is. Yeah, what is Trials and Tribulations?
That's it.
I was just tongue-tied.
I had that meme go. I'm sorry to say this, but I had that meme going where the old man is like, "We're waiting."
Oh no! How bad.
So 2 clues left. 300. You can pick which one you're gonna bring up.
Ships.
This ship, which was commanded by Captain Jellicoe, was named for the capital of Egypt.
What is the Cairo?
That's right.
And Mercer, you get the final
science
clue.
fiction. I'll take science fiction.
1999. Keanu Reeves,
What is the
Lawrence
Matrix?
Fishburne, Carrie Ann Moss.
What is the Matrix?
Now that's the best movie ever made.
I would disagree with that. It's very good, but
It was, yeah, I agree. It was very good, but I disagree that it was the best movie ever made.
I don't really like the Matrix.
Okay.
well, let's move into final Jeopnerdy. Our final Jeopnerdy
Category
category is.
Requiem for Methuselah.
Let me put the link in for the buzzer room again.
Okay.
And if once you're in the buzzer room, if you could enter how much you would like to bet.
Hang on a second.
And as we wait, you may have noticed a few changes. It's much quicker this week. I fixed the bug, or
What was
there
the
was some
bug?
slowness.
What was the bug?
It was inefficient code more than anything.
Okay.
But I fixed that. And also, you'll notice some of the graphics have changed. I have a more realistic Jeopnerdy logo now,
Yeah, I
much
did
closer to the real game show.
Looks nice.
Very cool.
Not only on this screen, but all of them have been replaced. All right. Are y'all happy with your bet amounts?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let me go ahead and enter them. Oh, I made a mistake. And I don't know if I can fix it.
You can fix it.
Well, I know I can fix it in the end.
You can
All
fix
right.
it.
Let's reveal the final Jeopnerdy clue.
Flint claimed to have been many prominent historical figures, including this famous composer.
Contestants, you have 30 seconds. Kapla. Somebody came in with a different name and it confused me, so I'm sorry about that. All right, let me
Probably
enter
me.
your responses. All right, see how you did. Mr. President, you had 1,500 points, and let's see what your response was.
Brahms, that is correct.
And see how much you bet.
I'm sure I was going to get it wrong.
He spelled it wrong.
You
There's an
bet.
H in there somewhere, I think. Close enough.
Now, I got this bet amount mixed up with the next one. 300. You had 3,300 points entering final Jeopnerdy. Your response?
Not a hologram nor Airwolf, but that game is still awesome. It is awesome.
And you bet actually 1 point, didn't you?
No, I bet 0.
Okay, maybe I got it right. And that gives you 3,300.
But I think you just gave Mercer's score away.
And Mercer, you had the lead, 4,400 points. Your response?
Bach, no Airwolf this time. Yeah, well, you're on the right track, but not quite.
Sorry, that was the back.
And did you bet 1?
I bet 1, yes.
Okay, well, it didn't make a difference.
But I did bet 1 point, yes.
He actually had 4,399 points.
Thank you. I loved it.
Well done, Mercer. Well done.
Is that the 4th round or the 5th round?
Third one,
That was the 98th. 98th.
I thought it was the 42nd round. You know, the number of the meaning of everything.
That too. I mean, that covers it.
Along with the 42nd professor. Or doctor,
Well
sorry.
done,
Not professor. Yeah, see, I don't watch Doctor.
I
I can't get rid of
it. Especially like the presidential idea. That was pretty cool.
I was glad I watched John's video.
Indeed, that can sometimes help you on Jeopardy.
Yeah.
I have now officially lost more than I have won. That's awful. I now officially have entered the realm of suck.
Well, I
I
wouldn't say
probably
that.
am too, but it's just a game. I play it for the social experience. And
Some days I have really bad days.
And no, I never used a spreadsheet once, contrary to popular belief.
As someone who would probably say that we all know, if you think it's just a game, you've already lost.
That was a bunny quote, wasn't it? Or was that
Yes, it was.
And speaking of bunny quotes, there was no secret coded video, and it's publicly available on my channel for anyone to watch.
Maybe you should watch the videos, Cinnabon.
Yeah, it might help you. Poor bunny, I really think he needs urgent veterinary attention. Anyway,
Well, I'm glad the final words categories are taking off.
I appreciate that, Mike. I do my best under very difficult situations with some of the contestants, especially the ones that eat carrots and lettuce and things of that sort.
And who talk down upon themselves in their names on Discord, and that same person also talking about conspiracies.
If you're having trouble seeing the real video, Cinnamon, you should try having some more carrots. I hear that helps with eyesight.
Nicely done, John.
As an Airwolf strike.
That was so good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why he's my running mate.
Glad you liked it, Brad Wolf.
And we hope that everyone enjoyed the games tonight, which were fairly scored.
Very fairly.
Indeed.
Oh boy. So anyway, did anybody see Wednesday?
I was watching it. I had some kids over, not my kids. They're like my neighbor's kids, and they came over to my house to watch it on my big screen. And I was just watching pieces of it, and she's really good. I still like Christina Ricci better, but she was really good. I just didn't watch much of it, but I liked it. From what I could see.
You should binge it. It's fantastic. Christina Ricci's in it.
Yeah, is she? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she is. She's actually one of the main characters in the show.
What are we talking about? Are we talking about the day of the week or what?
What does she play in the show?
Addams Family. Huh?
Who does she play in the show?
The character Wednesday.
Oh, I don't want to really reveal that because that's a big spoiler.
Okay, no problem. But
she does appear in the pilot.
What's that? What's that?
She does appear in the pilot, and she's in it. She's one of the main cast of the show, so you see her a lot.
Okay, like when I was a kid, I knew somebody that babysitted for Christina Ricci. Anyway, that's a weird thing to say, but true.
I think it's Jenna Ortega and Christina Ricci are pretty much on par. Jenna Ortega was a natural for the role, but Christina Ricci, they worked together on developing the character for the show.
They were great. She was great. The girl, yeah. She was really cold, and this is exactly the way I pictured the character to be.
I don't know who she is.
Wednesday is the name of the character, and she's a little girl that just like loves like death and stuff like that.
Okay. And who's Christina Ricci? What other roles?
She played the role Wednesday when she was younger in the 90s.
Yeah, the two 90s movies.
But she still acts, I think, in other movies, but she's not a kid anymore.
Oh yeah, she was in Pan Am, one of my favorite TV shows that was out. It got canceled too short, but she was also
Morticia. I love the casting for Morticia.
She was also in that one movie with I think it was
Samuel L. Jackson,
Justin Timberlake, and Sam Jackson. Yeah, what was the name of that movie?
Snake Moan, Black Snake Moan.
Yeah, that's it.
Kira, that comment's really funny. Yes.
Gorilla, that's really interesting because, in fact, we're all counting the points. You can see who scores how many points and those points going onto the scoreboard, so we're all counting them.
Indeed. I don't believe. I mean, it would be hilarious if he did, but Biden didn't actually say that, did he? It's just a joke that he did.
She was actually. I haven't seen it, but I remember I remember that movie for some reason. I just don't remember seeing it.
I was just blown away by that final episode of Andor. I was like, it felt like I wasn't even like watching a show. I was just so involved in that last conflict and everything. Um, it seemed to take more from history or from like Les Mis than it did from Star Wars. It was so good.
We are on the opposite ends of the table on this one there, my friend. I thought it was absolutely horrible. And
I loved it.
They did absolutely nothing to... They basically assassinated the character of Andor himself. Somebody who we were introduced to in Rogue One, who was this bad AMFer, stone cold, will do anything for the rebellion to kill a girl's father in front of her eyes just because he was ordered to do so, because he was supplying the Empire with his science for the Death Star. He had to die, had absolutely no heart. And what did we get in Andor? It was a completely different character. Completely different character.
Is Endor the name of the Ewok planet?
No. That's Endor. We're talking about Cassian Andor from Rogue One.
Sorry.
Indeed.
And the after credit scene was probably I'm sorry to say it this way, the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm going to spoil Andor. I don't know if anybody's watching it, and if you guys care about spoilers, you might want to put it on mute for the next 30 seconds or so, starting now. The fact that they were building the bolts to hold the solar panels and the super laser.
Wait. Mr. President's trying to mute, I think.
Just mute him. You can mute.
No, that would mute his microphone, but not his audio that he could hear.
It's safe to,
I thought it
okay,
was
we will.
That's all I'll say.
All right. Can I say it again?
I thought it was
I
poetic.
think so.
Okay, here we go. The fact that the big thing that Andor and his people in the prison, or not his people, and the prisoners were creating were the bolts to hold the solar panels in the super laser dome of the Death Star, was not as impactful as it was supposed to be. Now, if he was building...
I think they were part of the episode. It was a good scene, but it wasn't what made the episode or not. It was just kind of a little detail. People got hyped over the last scene because it had a space scene in it. It was good. It was here nor there for me. The episode for me was the whole battle in the town. Oh my gosh, great stuff.
That to me, that was pointless. That could have been anybody. It couldn't have been on any show. That could have been on Rebels. It had nothing to do with Andor at all, except that it was his mother.
Right. Well, maybe the show was actually named after her. Maybe it was named after her.
Well, then they should have advertised it as such.
No, that's what you find out when you watch it.
No, I don't agree. I don't like that. No.
I liked it.
But now, if they were in the prison and they were building
have a good night, Mike.
Good night, Mike Richards. If they were in the prison and they were building, say, like the coils that got the energy from the kyber crystals to conduct the energy that shoots the laser, that would be something cool. That would be like, oh my gosh, he built the weapon itself. And then it would give us a little bit of an idea as to why Cassian was so hard up on killing everybody involved in the Death Star.
No, it didn't really matter. I mean, I thought they were building TIE fighters, to be honest with you.
There were the bolts in the solar panel of the weapon dome? Really? You know, that's Lucasfilm laughing at us. Going, oh my gosh, what are they building? What are they doing? It's like they're building the bolts that go into that went into the A-bomb to hold the shell together. It's not that impactful.
Either way, he played some part in getting that weapon to work. You know, using the reflection coil, whether he's building the kyber crystals or the reflections, you have to have both of those parts to make the weapon work. So it doesn't really matter which of those parts he was building. It's like, okay, it's like saying a guy eventually dies because he gets run over by a car, but he finds out that he built that car by putting the hubcap on. Oh no, it should have been because he put the engine on. Like it doesn't really matter as long as he played a part in building the instrument of its own destruction.
But it's like this somebody who's built the self-sealing stem bolt for the Ferengi that was bought by the Maquis to put in their quantum torpedo duplicate fake things.
I'm just saying, for me and most people, it had the same impact as long as they could see that it was the same part that they were building. That was the important thing.
No, it didn't work for me. It just didn't work.
That's okay. It worked for me. That's all I'm saying.
I'm kind of in the. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying it shouldn't work. I'm not saying it has to work for you.
Well, it just didn't.
I'm kind of in the middle. I didn't think it was a great show, but I thought it was okay. Didn't feel very much like Star Wars a lot of the time to me.
I think that's what I liked about it. By the way, my hero is that droid, B2 Emo. He's my hero.
That little droid was cute.
Yeah, he was awesome.
That little droid was cute. I'm not saying the entire show was terrible, but it was just completely misleading. And the marketing was so far off of it. Every trailer that you saw was all about Cassian Andor. And I'm leaning to what you just said, Mercer, that it was about his mother, not him.
I just watched the trailer, and Andor appeared at the main trailer. Luthen is talking to Andor, and then for like a good minute and a half, they focus on Mon Mothma and random scenes featuring other characters. And then at the end of the trailer, they have a line where Andor's like, "I don't like losing," and then that's the. So for most of the trailer, it's other stuff except for Andor. Andor comes in for 2 shots at the end of the trailer.
So there's enough. I'm sorry, Mercer.
I'm just saying, I watched the trailer, and he's at the beginning of the trailer, and then he's at the very end of the trailer. Most of the trailer is on everything else, just like the show.
That's another thing I wanted to mention, too, that really didn't belong in the show. Because if you took out all of those scenes with Mon Mothma, nothing would have changed. Each episode would have been about 20 minutes shorter, and you still would have gotten the story.
Yeah, but Mon Mothma's awesome.
Mon Mothma's parts were acted very good, but am I now to be having to believe that Mon Mothma became the leader of the rebellion because her husband has a gambling problem?
No, she made that up. That's the whole point.
She confronted her husband about it in the car, and then said, "Why are you doing this on Coruscant? Go to Cantobite." He's like, "But I'm not doing it." He denied it, but she believed the rumors.
No, she made it up because she knew that the driver was listening, and she wanted to have a plausible reason that her money was going in the wrong direction. She made it up. That's the whole point.
Well, yes, I think that might have been just a cover story for the money, but I agree that she could have been that whole plot line could have been eliminated from the show, and you wouldn't have really lost anything.
I love the fact that she was in it because it shows that Luthen had to work on more than one front for the rebellion. He had to work with both Mon Mothma and his guys on the ground.
I got to tell you, though, the best parts of that show were Saw Gerrera.
Oh, I love Saw Gerrera. I won't disagree with you there. He's awesome.
Forrest Whitaker is awesome.
Forrest Whitaker is great. I'm just saying that, I
like Forrest Whitaker generally.
Yeah, I love that. I just like the show. I mean, hey, what do I say? I didn't like Obi-Wan that much, even though I had Darth Vader and Ben Kenobi in it. I didn't like the show that much, but I understand if people do. I just didn't like the way it was executed. There were moments I liked, but I just didn't like the show. I thought it was sloppy.
I'm waiting for Ahsoka to come out. Yeah, I think
we're done with Andor.
Yeah, we're done with Andor.
Yeah, I'm about to mention Ahsoka. Yeah.
Look up, Mr. President.
Yeah. I can't wait for Ahsoka to come out. We're getting a couple of my favorite characters from Rebels in live action. And I'm not talking about Ahsoka. I'm talking about Ezra Bridger and I think Sabine.
Thumbs up was the leaving?
It was. No. Safe to come back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go out and start writing before I get tired. So do some writing before I get too tired.
Yeah, and in a minute I'm gonna go too because I got to take my son to get a haircut. I gotta get lunch, and hang
gotta
on,
get a
I'm actually
haircut.
off today.
Well, it's like here, it's like 11 o'clock, and if I don't start writing now, I'm going to fall asleep before I get to it.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
So I say quick before anybody heads out. When we do Jeopardy next week, it'll be on Sunday instead of Saturday, but still at our usual time.
all
Same
right, so
time.
hey, I'm sorry, Mister. I got to ask John something real quick. With that, Gospel Truth, we'll take a bye week
We don't
because
have to.
that'll be about the same time.
Well,
Actually, that is the same.
based on when we did it last week, Gospel Truth would be 2 hours before when Jeopardy starts.
Yeah.
Let me see what I'm doing. So 11, 10, 9 on a Sunday.
All right, guys, I'm
let me see
gonna
what
head
my
out.
schedule looks like.
Good
Okay,
night,
bye.
guys.
All right, good night, Mercer. Good game, buddy.
Good night.
Good
Good night,
night,
Mercer.
And
See you
Thanks
for
for
Thursday,
coming.
joining
Mr.
us.
President. Thanks. Have a good
See you
one.
later.
Good to see
You too, bud.
Melissa.
Bye.
Well, we could take a bye week on Gospel Truth. That's not a big deal.
It's up to you.
Because I don't think I'd be in the right mindset to do Gospel Truth and then come to play Jeopardy. I'm the only one laughing at that. So, yeah.
No, I got the joke. Sorry.
So, yeah. We'll do Gospel Truth tomorrow, and then we'll take a bye week. No worries.
Okay.
Have a good night, Brad Wolf.
Good night, Brad Wolf.
Night, Brad Wolf.
So
Thanks
just
for watching. And someday we need to get you on the game itself as a
Indeed.
player.
see you,
Brad
President.
Wolf, T Dowd, Janet from Another Planet, Jill.
Oh,
I'd
sorry,
love to get
guys.
Jill on the show because
That'd
she
be nice.
really knows Trek.
See you.
But she's on another show at the same time. You know,
Yeah.
maybe she can come on next Sunday if we get the word to her.
Scotty would be good too. And I would say it would never happen, but Doomcock. Doomcock's a huge Trek fan. And yes, let him wear
That
the
would
helmet.
be interesting. That'd be interesting.
Indeed.
Doomcock versus the egos of Doomcock versus Cinnabon. Cinnabon, I will crush you. Doomcock, I am the future ruler of Earth. Two supervillains all in one room. We'd be in trouble.
Wow.
It sounded like I missed an interesting proposal during my phone call.
Talk to whom, Gorilla? Jill?
Probably Jill. Yeah, and I think I've got. She say Sunday?
If you're interested, John, it wouldn't hurt to. Well, I guess you don't have Twitter, but throw out a a message to Doomcock, see if he wants to come on.
She said Sunday. Yeah.
Is he the guy that distorts his voice and makes videos complaining about New Trick? And I agree with him about New Trick, but I'm just wanting to make sure.
He's the multiple sources guy that they confirm, Kathleen Kennedy is out.
Well, I think I might have been able to confirm that story. There's rumors saying that she's going to be out after Indy 5. That's not Doomcock. But then again, this is from the Salty Nerds podcast, and their replay's 2 hours long. And like most people, I'm not sitting through a 2 hour long thing unless it's Jeopardy.
How many times have we heard that?
Yeah.
How many? But let's put it this way: I'll believe it when it's officially stated by Disney or by herself that she's resigning or she's fired or whatever.
Precisely. I'm looking for, because this is how the crap starts. Somebody says it on Reddit, Doomcock runs with it. But because it's on Reddit and Doomcock's running with it, everybody else is running with the story. I will believe it when Geeks and Gamers says it's true. Because at least Jeremy provides his sources, and he doesn't believe the crap that is on Reddit in the first place. If it's on anybody else's channel, Salty Nerds, NACL Trekker, which I don't think Mike would run with that anyway, or Doomcock, I'm not believing it.
I like what you did the NACL. That was good.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think Michael would run with that anyway. But that's just as bad as how many times Alex Kurtzman was fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
And who knows? Everybody can celebrate when Kathleen Kennedy is out. Then somebody else that's 10 times worse comes in. I mean, look at Paramount Plus and CBS Paramount. Everybody was cheering when Les Moonves was booted out. Thank goodness he was booted out because he was an enemy of Star Trek. But then they said, oh, sure, Redstone's going to come in and she loves Star Trek. True. She's going to right the ship. False. She came in. She's woke AF. And Trek is just getting worse and worse and worse. I stand behind Alex Kurtzman 100%. Sherry Redstone. So who knows? Kathleen Kennedy's out. Who comes in? Whoever's next? It's going to be really bad.
Maybe Star Wars and Star Trek both need to just be put to bed. Just, focus on other franchises. Get something truly fresh going on.
And let us celebrate what we have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Celebrate the good stuff, and don't worry about new stuff.
Or if Star Trek is going to be done, give it to somebody who cares.
And by good stuff, I mean TOS through the Voyager.
Figured you were going to say that.
Yeah.
At least I'm consistent.
It's true.
And even Voyager, I'm being charitable. But
you did forget Enterprise.
I didn't forget, Professor. That was very deliberate.
Mr. President,
you deliberately forgot Enterprise.
Yes.
A choice.
Sorry. What were you going to say, Senator?
Were you on TrekWeb back when that was on?
No, I never heard of TrekWeb. Sorry.
Oh, man. Is anybody in the chat or anybody here on TrekWeb way back in the late 90s and in the early 2000s?
No.
Nope.
What is that?
Oh, man. How could... Oh.
I guess we weren't interesting enough. Sorry, Robert. I'm just joking.
I like your picture of it with the nerd Constitution original with the Constitution replay. That is a beautiful picture right there.
That's a very interesting image.
The Jeffries versus the Probert.
Yeah. Very cool. I like the Jeffries, but the Probert ones.
I gotta say, Probert's a flipping genius with his designs. I don't know why. The Jeffries, of course, it's always going to be the
Oh, you're fading out on us, Senator.
I'm also stuttering. So that could possibly be the problem there.
Well, what's really interesting, the Enterprise was actually supposed to be upside down from what we eventually got.
Yeah, that was in the original notes. In the Roddenberry's like, no.
I'm glad Roddenberry changed that because I can't imagine the Enterprise upside down. That's just.
Although there is no up or down in space, technically, but
True.
No, but still. Yeah, I'm glad we got what we got. Because an
Well-
inverted Enterprise just doesn't sit right with me. So the bridge was going to be on the primary hull?
It probably would have been underneath, like it was on the non-canon, the actual non-canon show. All debate aside, the actual non-canon show had a bridge on the bottom of the ship. But funny fact: the design of the Reliant was the reverse of the Jeffries Enterprise. The Reliant was supposed to be in the cells up.
Oh,
originally the Reliant was going to be a Constitution class starship, but they
Oh,
changed it because they didn't want the audience to be confused which ship was firing on which, the other ship.
yeah, that's a good idea. And you're welcome, Robert. I'm sure they cool.
I just thought it was.
No, sorry,
you.
guys.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Please don't kill me.
Well, there are worse things you can do on camera.
Indeed.
I guess that there is.
It happened last season on the on the town hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some dude. I had an open forum. Some
Oh
dude came
yes,
on,
yes,
was
yes,
going-
yes. I remember.
Oh,
Had to take it down to a 15-minute highlight reel.
oh dear. Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so was I. I struggled for like a whole 30 seconds to try and get him off the thing.
Yeah. That's why I was going to say never do open lines, but if that was the case, I would never have met you all because Salty took a chance on me because I was new to the community, and he finally let me come in on an open line, and that's how I got started with Salty's channel, and that's how I met you fine people. So.
Same here. Took a chance on a round of Jeopardy. Now you can't get rid of me. I've tried. I've tried to. I've tried and failed. Have I not, Jeff? I'm still here.
You could say that, yes. John, it looked like you were going to say something.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say I was going to start winding down the stream unless anybody else has anything else they wanted to add.
Go ahead, Mr. President.
I like that, Robert. I like
Indeed.
it a lot.
Or E or F or J
Yes. Oh, don't get me
or
started.
NX.
Jay, I'm not sure. Or NX, I'm not sure what you're referring to because I'm not familiar with that show. anyway. Yeah. Oh,
Well, you don't know what's good, Mr. President.
I do. TNG, TOS, and TOS movies. Anyway.
Wow, no DS9?
Yeah, DS9's good. Sorry, I briefly forgot that.
And Enterprise, of course.
No.
No, of course it is.
It is.
Anyway,
Except for these are the voyages.
Poor old John wants to shut down the stream. So
It's fine.
Well,
Mr. President wants to distance himself from that conversation. He doesn't want any discussion on Enterprise and how glorious and wonderful and beautiful of a show it is.
Indeed. I will give you one
It's
thing,
not
Mr.
my
President.
fault. You guys are deluded.
Delusion. I will give you one sliver of credit for Enterprise being non-canon. These are the voyages, the series so-called finale.
Yeah, that was awful.
That was not canon. I refuse to accept it as canon. And TNG the Pegasus proves it's not canon.
It
So
was all
you've
part
got
of Bunny's delusional mind. He projected
Thomas's
himself
conspiracy.
out to all the televisions
and that
in
was
the
the
world.
other thing.
Indeed.
Close your browsers if you haven't seen all of Enterprise, but 3, 2, 1. Okay. And that was the other thing. The only character I really liked in Enterprise was Trip, and they killed him off in that awful finale.
You didn't like Phlox?
Oh, yeah, he was okay. He was okay.
You didn't like Archer, really?
Archer was okay, but Trip was my favorite.
Before we go, I will mention, I remember in Trek Web, back in the Trek Web days, people were all like, oh, Archer sucks for one very, very, very important reason. He keeps getting captured.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, that's what they complained. Their biggest complaint was that he kept getting captured.
How many times did Kirk get captured?
Yeah, true. Even us, that's a bad reason for not liking the show. There's plenty of other legitimate reasons for not liking the show. That's not one of them.
Even Cisco got captured a couple times.
Everybody get captured sometimes in Star Trek.
Thanks, Robert, for telling me about the app. Unfortunately, I can't actually manage phones with touchscreens, but I'm glad you cleared that up for anyone else watching the channel, so thank you.
And on that note, I'm pretty sure John wants to close now. Can I plug our show?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, tomorrow night at the same time as this show premieres, 9 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Japan's time on Monday.
No, it's 7, isn't it? 7 Eastern? Sorry
Is it
to
7?
interrupt it.
11, 10, 9.
It was last week.
Yeah, last week it was the 7 Eastern.
Well, let me see what I set it up real quick. I set it up to 7, 11, 10, 9. Hang on. We are at 9 o'clock, 97. Okay. You were right. So tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern, 9 a.m. Japan Standard Time, Monday, John and I will be hosting the Gospel Truth. If you want to hear a biblical perspective on modern pop culture, come join us on my channel. It is the Gospel Truth, hosted by me and John. And of course, the Chaotic Town Hall will be coming back at you again for session number 4. Hopefully I will be hosting this week. If not, John definitely did a great job yesterday. So hosting duties.
John
might
is
fall
a
to him.
fantastic host.
He was
Appreciate
awesome.
it.
Sorry.
I had a strong panel.
Indeed. 11
Always
a.m.
helps.
11 a.m. Japan Standard Time on Saturdays, Friday night at 11, 10, 9 p.m. Eastern. Come join us on the Tokyo Trekker channel. And thank you guys for the game.
Thank everyone for playing and to join us in the chat. And we hope to see you again next week on Sunday or Monday, depending on your time zone.
It's all timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
Indeed. Thank you, John, as always, for the questions. Thank you, Professor, as always, for the administration, technical administration. Great games.
Very fair scorekeeping.
Yeah, very, very fair. Beyond
And
reproach.
honest.
Yes. Yes.
Good night, everyone.
See you, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.